Welcome back to G&G's Garage. In this episode, we are working on my wife's Ford BA Falcon. Don't worry folks, we will be getting back to the HSV Club Sport restoration. In the meantime, I do need to replace the front wheel hubs to my wife's Ford Falcon. As I've got no room in the garage, I'm actually using a friend's workshop to do this job. So the first thing is lifting up the car and the privilege of using a hoist. After it's been jacked up, I go get the jack from in the middle of the hoist to jack up the front of the car so I can work on the front wheels. Now when doing this, just make sure that you get the right mounting points. Always be safe. So you'll see me check it all before jacking it right up. Now I'm just going to loosen off the wheel nuts for starting on the driver's side. And it's good to do this before jacking it all the way up, so it's much easier, the wheel's not spinning. And once they're loosened, I jack the front of the car up and remove the rest of the wheel nuts. Once the wheel nuts are out, I can take the tyre off. Then the next procedure, I've got to remove the brake caliper. So there's two bolts holding in the brake caliper to the hub. Now removing the calipers, if you're keeping the hose on, which is a good idea, you need somewhere to hang it so it doesn't hang off in the brake hose. So you can see me getting a piece of wire and I wrap it around the coil spring, and then I'm able to use one of the bolt holes on the caliper to hang it so it's not hanging on the brake hose. Then I can remove the rest of the brake caliper, which is another two bolts. Once it's off, I can spin the hub and you can hear it sounds horrible. That is not how it should sound. So with some light taps of the rubber mallet, I should be able to just get the hub to come off, the brake disc. Make sure not to drop it. And once again, you can hear what it sounds, which is not how a bearing should sound. So to take the hub off, the first thing you've got to do is take the dust shield off the cap. So you see me using the screwdriver and light taps of the hammer, and off the cap comes. That gives the access to the big bolt that holds it all together. Just bear in mind this will be quite snug, as you don't want it to come off when you're driving down the road. Once I've loosened off, I use the rattle gun to take the rest of it off. Now, in the perfect world, it just slides off like you just saw there, and you basically clean it up and put the new one on. But we'll soon find out that is not the case when we get to the passenger side. And here's the brand new one. Line it up. Making sure not to force it. You will see me use it because it's quite a snug fit, so you see me using the smaller hammer just to give it a few taps, just to get it to seat on there, and there you go, it just slides on. And as you can hear from me spinning, no sound. It's beautifully smooth. And now we just put the new bolt, a new bolt comes with the hub, and torque it down. So I'm just nipping it up by hand, and then you'll see me get the torque wrench out and make sure it's torqued to spec. And now it's just putting the dust cap on. Then the brake disc. And the brake caliper. It's basically the reverse of taking it all off. Just making sure that everything is tight and on all the bolts, because you don't want anything to come loose, especially when you're dealing with brakes and wheels. Just while we're doing this, remember to hit that like button and subscribe. It does help this channel out. Once the brake caliper's on, I've just put the dust shield on, turn the hub back to straight, and then I should be able to put the wheel back on. One way to know if your hubs are needing replacement, you'll hear as you're driving, especially as you go around corners, you'll hear a rrr sound. If your hubs are fine, you should hear nothing. Also, when you're doing up wheels, make sure you're using cross pattern, as you can see me doing. Helps to make sure that it all tightens up evenly. And that's the driver's side done. Now I move on to the passenger side, which is just a repeat of what we just saw. However, this one, as you can see from that center hub, there's a bit of rust there. I soon find out that it's not as easy as I thought it would be. So just removing all the brake caliper and the brake disc, and then obviously the dust cap, and it's looking a bit nasty in there. So obviously water's been in this side. You see, I finally do get it to come out. Now this is where I struggle. So you're going to see me for a while here, just trying to get this. You saw on the driver's side, it just popped out. This one is not budging. It is frozen to the spindle. And I'm trying everything, hammering. I'm now removing the ABS sensor, just so I don't damage it as I'm trying to get this hub off the spindle. Just trying to wedge. But she's not budging. Now I'm giving it a real good wax. As you might be able to just see there, it's starting to move, and off it comes. But it's not, it's only half the bearing, so the rest is still left on the spindle. So you see me now trying to get the rest of it off. The actual bearing broke apart. So I'm trying everything here, chisels, just trying to get this thing to move off. Sometimes when you're working on vehicles, it doesn't always go to plan. So this is just something to bear in mind if you're ever working on your vehicle. Then we finally got it off. My friend came to help, and we're just cleaning it up, so we're ready for the new one, and making sure everything is clean before we put the new one on, because we don't want the repeat of it freezing up on there again. And obviously it's the repeat of what we did on the other side of the car. Put the new nut on, torque it up, and put the brake caliper and brake disc back on. Don't forget the dust cap as well. So you see me put the rotor back on, or the brake disc, and then now I'm also putting the caliper. I also forgot to mention, by this time it's actually raining outside. Putting the brake pads in, and then the rest of the caliper should be able to go back on. Now put the dust cover and the wheel back on. Make sure it's all tightened up, and now I just bring it down. While I was under there, I noticed there is coolant coming down the engine block, so that's the next one I have to look at. So I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it helps this channel out, and I will see you in the next episode.